What was going through your mind when you found out about this?
That he has intellect disorder. Well, I feel sad. I feel hurt. I can remember when his peer is going to school, and every September morning I would just cry because he cannot go out to school and others is going out. So I would just cry. I'm Janice Jenkins, otherwise known as Sandy.
Okay, and this is your son.
This is my son, Antwone Stewart.
Okay, just talk to me about Antoine. What is that? What is going on with Antoine?
Well, Antoine were born, and when he was born, he has to stay in the nursery for 2 weeks.
Right.
About when he was like 7 months, he has a seizure, the first episode of seizure. He also, during that episode, when he was 7 months, he has a strokes. um, he was back and forth in the hospital all these years. Like every 2 weeks, he would back in the hospital. Um, One of the time when I got this medication, I don't quite remember the name of the medications. I went in and I said to the doctor that the medications, I think it's giving him a side effect where it causes him to go crazy whenever time he take it, and it also causes lashes to fall out, and so the doctor prescribed another medications. I remember that medication named Val acid, and she said that I must give him the both of them for him to win off it. Anyway, when I start giving the Val acid, he has an episode of seizure. It continue wearing in a sense that it causes his brain to swell and his liver to swell, and his speech was taken away from him. He everything just rolled right back. So he could not walk, he could not sit up, he could not roll over, and from there, so he spent actually a month in the hospital at that time.
Right.
And then from there, he's like that. He have not get back his speech, cannot do anything for himself from then, and you has to really be with him. So he have been going through panic attack, anxiety problems, seizure.
What was he diagnosed with? What are the doctors saying?
Before,
Yes. What right.
what's is just that they were saying that he has seizure.
Okay, and
Was just seizure. So they were treating him for seizure.
all right, and what are you saying now in terms of the medication? You think that is a reason?
Well, I yes, I think that it was the medications. I think that the medication was too strong.
Apart from that, what else are the doctors saying? Did they diagnose him with anything? Did they give you a reason as to why the seizures started?
They said when he was several months, they
Right.
said that he has a mild brain damage. So it was not a major brain damage, but they said that he did has a brain damage, but it was not really that bad, if I should use that word. I know that that is not the correct word I want to use.
That's fine. Is there anything that the doctors diagnosed him with?
No. They sent me to do an assessment because they are not sure if it is autism or what. Well, when I do does the assessment, they said that he has intellect disorder.
How old is he now?
He's 14.
What was going through your mind when you found out about this?
Oh, what was going through my mind? That he has intellect disorder?
Just hearing about all of this and him going through all of that. As a parent, how did you feel?
Well, I feel sad. I feel hurt. I can remember when his peer is going to school, and every September morning I would just cry because he cannot go out to school and others is going out. So I would just cry. But no, I am getting over it. I'm getting over it. There are times when I feel like he's rejected and all of that because of how some people maybe treated him and all of that. And I felt hurt about it.
This is your first child?
Yes,
Okay. How many children you have in total?
two,
Alright, how old is your other child?
11.
11 years old. Okay.
I got him in the Montego Bay Learning Center. We went there for a couple of days, and they allows me to know that they cannot keep him because he is not fully potty trained, and they don't take children that is not potty trained.
How long has he not been in school for?
Well, I would say 10 years. He was going to Somerton all age and infant school back then when he was like 4, and then he got sick,
Right.
and from then he have not, and it's 10 years since he has been like this.
How difficult is it for you?
Very
Not being
difficult.
in school for 10 years. So he's way behind.
Way behind.
Why wasn't he potty trained, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I tried to potty train him, but um I don't have a bathroom. I
Don't.
has to use next door. The last time I shared this with somebody at the school, and it was like it was a big discriminations, and I did really feel really bad. But of a fact, I don't have a bathroom. I have to use next door bathrooms, and so it's maybe hard. Maybe if I did have a bathroom, then it maybe would have been easier for me to potty train him. But to use next door and all of that, it's kind of really hard
It's difficult because of his condition.
because of his conditions.
Right, because your other child is it
Yes,
has been potty trained
I've been potty
and
trained.
fine. Okay.
He did potty train before,
Right.
but since he's like this, he have not. I have to be using Pampers. He's not calling that he wants to use the bathroom or go and do it.
How difficult is it getting him into a school, especially him not being potty trained?
It's hard because especially the school that I maybe can able to afford, it is they don't take them without they being potty trained, and then the ones that will take him even if he's not potty trained is way expensive, and I can't afford it.
What is the cost for the what is the cost to enroll in a school, like which schools you're trying to get him in?
Well, I tried Montego Bay, the Artisan Center in Montego Bay, Brandon Hill. It was $85,000 when I checked the last time last
for
year
the year,
for the term,
for the
for a
term,
term.
right?
Yes. And the shift that I got on, it would be in the evening. So it would unable for me to really work and drop him to school. So I never really um, go ahead with it because I could not afford the school fee. If it was like in the morning now, I would have worked because I am a hairdresser by profession. So if it was in the morning,
Right.
then I would have work and bring him to school.
You're a single parent, right?
Yes,
Right. How difficult is that for you?
it is very difficult. I don't work anymore
Why is that?
because I don't have anybody to stay with him. One of my cousins used to stay with him, but she passed, so I don't really have anybody else to really stay with him. And I would have even when she would have stayed with him maybe for a day or two, um, and so I would have a 9 to 5 job. Um, it's just that if somebody called me for a house call, then I would go in and do it. But other from that, but since she is no more, I asked to stay home because I don't really have anybody to really stay with him.
How long now has this been for you? How long not being able to work?
9 to 5,
Right.
over 10 years,
Over 10
over
years.
10 years.
Okay.
Even the speech therapy, if he could express himself, I believe that he will be able to behave better than how he's behaving. Um, even schooling, with to pay the school fee and all, that would be good for me. But I really want him to go to the speech therapy. I know that we cannot really find any speech therapy in Montego Bay, so it would be out of parish um, situations. So anywhere I can really get any help to really, because I if I even understand what to do, then I would really go for it. What I understand when I went last year to do the screening test at the Montego Bay Autism Center, they also teach the parents what to do. And I really joined to that because that would have helped me and also help him.
How often you tried getting him into school though?
I went by the ministry to see what they could do. They said that I must get the assessment done and then I could come back to them. But when I go back, they let me know that it's just shadow program they do, so they cannot really help. I also spoke with the persons for the disabilities in Montego Bay, and they told me that they would, if I get through with the speech therapy or whatever, they would have helped. I went and I told them that I got through at the Montego Bay Learning Center, and they were letting me know that it's $30,000 we really gave, so it's not much that we can do. So they keep on saying, go ahead and look if you can find. But when I found, they said I can't. it's not much. We don't really do much. I believe that the government really don't really do much for the persons with disabilities, especially the children that has autisms or has some form of disabilities, and they don't really do much for them. I don't know what the reason why, or maybe they're not getting as much funds concerning persons with disabilities, but we have not really get much help from them.
If you're able to get him a speech therapist
Yes.
and someone to assist you with potty training him,
Yes.
then you think that he'd be able to go back to school, if
Yes.
in the one of the special
Special.
educational schools.
Yes.
You're living in a one bedroom dwelling with your son
And my
and your daughter.
daughter.
I see you have a gate here where you have to close him in.
He will run away.
He will run away.
Yes.
What is he like as a child?
I I don't know. I always approach with these questions, but I know he will take things and make music,
Right.
but other from that, I don't know what he, because as I said, you cannot reinforce him. Is it's useless. So if you said, okay, I'm not giving you this, so until you do that, he is not doing it. So he don't do reinforcement.
So you said he likes to make music.
Yes, he will just take something and beat it. He's making his own music.
That could be could be something like his a talent for him. Is he able to speak at all though?
Yes, he say
He
one
what
and few words, so I know that he's not dumb.
just can't form them the words properly.
Yes.
Say cheese. There you go.